Today I'll be talking about one of my favorite pieces, the Brahms Opus 118 No. 5, aka the Romanze in F major. Brahms wrote this piece in 1893, only 4 years before his death, and the 6 pieces in the Opus 118 is his second to last set of solo piano works. The Romanze is set in a large ABA structure, and in the opening A section we have 2 interwoven melodies, which I'll call Theme 1 and Theme 2. They both appear at the same time, so you need to decide which one to bring out more at any given moment. One of my favorite recordings of this is by Arkady Volodous, and he shows both melodies appearing in and out of each other. For this opening to work, you need a little bit of rubato. Notice how Volodous plays the 3rd and 6th beats a little bit early, especially in the 2nd measure, which gives the music a feeling of impulse and forward momentum. If you play it too evenly, for example in this recording by Wilhelm Kempff, it ends up sounding a bit banal, like an anthem of some sort. The way the phrases are structured is actually quite simple. You have 3 measures of these 2 interwoven melodies, then 1 measure of descending or ascending notes. This last measure has a hemiola. Also in the harmony we have an A minor chord, which in the context of F major is the minor 3, which I think of as a very cold chord, and the hemiola plus the harmony serves to slow down the music. The melody had been getting very hopeful, but now it's like there's a bucket of cold water being poured over it. In measure 5, we have theme 2 being elaborated. In measure 16, it appears as if we're moving to D minor through its dominant. But instead we resolve to D major, and this is where we get the B section, which I think of as a sort of dream world. There is some amazing polyphony, and in measure 37 there is a hidden melody in the inner voice. In measure 45, we have a low trill that seems to move us back to D minor. Then the next measure moves back to the middle register, which tells us that we're going back to the A section. The material is just like the beginning, but the harmonies are filled out more. Again, I think Volodous does this very well because he doesn't immediately go back to the opening tempo. Instead, he starts slower and takes about 1 measure to get to a true a tempo, which I think makes it sound much more reverent. Measure 52, we get the emotional climax of the piece. Here, theme 2 takes more prominence and is even more elaborated with appoggiaturas, which adds more dissonance before the resolution. For this moment, my favorite recording is by Grigory Sokolov because he takes so much time and doesn't rush through anything. And look how gently he lands on this note right here. I feel like this moment just has so much grief. It's an outpouring of all the things you went your entire life without saying. And the image that this piece brings to mind is a very old person nearing the end of their life, and they're going through their photo albums, and they're realizing that everyone they've loved has died. and I think a lot of late Brahms sounds a little bit like this. For instance, I would check out the viola/clarinet sonata in E flat major, go to the end of the first movement, and also the cello sonata number 2, second movement. So that is a quick intro to one of my favorite pieces. I hope this encourages you to look at more of late Brahms, and with that, I will see you all next time. Bye.